that officially is a wrap for qualifying for the 2021 United States Grand Prix. The Max Verstappen claiming another pole this season. Lewis Hamilton is going to be second on the grid right alongside of him. Those two going into turn one is going to be crazy, probably, because it's obviously been that way this whole season. Anytime they are close and coming together, especially as of the last couple of races where they have, I would say, collided, it definitely seems as if maybe we may not get the racing that we want. Ultimately, we would just want good, clean, hard racing between Max and Lewis, but they have seemingly come together ever since we've really had that. So it'll be interesting to see what's going to happen in turn one between those two. Sergio Perez is going to be third on the grid. So we have a 2v1 with the Red Bulls versus the Mercedes. Valtteri Bottas coming in fourth. I don't see him really challenging the top three. I don't think he really has shown the pace that is needed to challenge Max, Lewis, or Sergio. I'm not saying he can't finish on the podium, but I don't see him doing that if everything goes according to plan, I would say, on behalf of Red Bull. And I would say 5th through 10th is very interesting. We have Leclerc and Sainz, so two Ferraris for 5th and 6th. We have Daniel and Lando Norris for 7th and 8th for McLaren. And then we have 9th and 10th for the AlphaTauris for Pierre Gasly and Yuki Tsunoda. That is crazy. We have Ferraris, we have McLarens, we have AlphaTauris in that exact order. I am so excited for the battle to continue between the Ferraris and the McLarens tomorrow. I think it's been the most exciting as far as the team battles we have seen on track this season by far. Just the back and forth that the Ferraris and McLarens have been, giving and showing us here this season has been really exciting. So I would say I'm looking forward to that the most in tomorrow's Grand Prix. And still, even with the AlphaTauris finishing there in 9th and 10th, Pierre Gasly has been on form all season. Expect him to be in the mix if he has the pace. And Yuki Tsunoda finally getting his form together. And it has been confirmed that Alex Albon has been coaching him and mentoring him along. So I didn't know if that was just a one-off thing for the Turkish Grand Prix. It appears they are continuing, that friendship and that commitment. And it's great to see for Yuki, and I'm glad that Alex is obviously helping him. And I think as Yuki continues to develop, he continues to be coached up, he continues to improve. I do think we'll see more of Yuki Tsunoda finding himself out of Q1 and Q2 and ultimately finishing in the top 10 by the time Q3 is over. So I'm happy to see that for the Japanese driver. And not to say that the other drivers who didn't finish in the top 10 aren't going to find themselves up there. I think tomorrow's Grand Prix is going to be much more exciting and much more close than people think. I think we'll have quite a bit of position swaps, so I'm really looking forward to it. You guys let me know your thoughts on today's qualifying session. What are you predicting for tomorrow's race? Who do you think is actually going to win? I really don't know who's going to win personally. I think it could go either way. I think if Max is able to stay out front, if him and Lewis don't obviously collide with one another, if Max stays out front and he keeps the pace strong, I could see him holding off the win. But also at the same time, if that Mercedes is able to find a little bit of extra pace, especially in the straights, I could see Lewis potentially being able to go by, but I'm not sure. He's going to have Sergio Perez to worry about as well. Turn one is going to be absolutely insane tomorrow. No idea what's going to happen. We obviously hope it's clean and everybody is just really racing hard, but you never know. Here at COTA, it's always a wild card as far as what's going to happen into the turn one. So, like I said, you guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section below today's qualifying session. What are you predicting for tomorrow, and who do you want to win for tomorrow's Grand Prix? I personally don't have a choice as far as who I would prefer to win over, someone else. I think I just ultimately want to see a really close and good race. I was kind of bummed that Sergio didn't get pole. He would have been first Mexican driver to do that. I'm sure it'll happen before he ends up retiring, but it would have been awesome to actually see him snatch pole. But Max was able to grab it right back, and Lewis is going to be sitting there in between the two Red Bulls. So nonetheless, I don't really have a winner for tomorrow. I just want to see a good race, and whoever obviously drives the best and makes the least amount of mistakes and has, the most consistent pace is ultimately who I think should deserve to win, regardless of any biasness, that fans may obviously have. So I appreciate you guys' love and support. If you are new, make sure to subscribe for weekly Formula One content here on this channel. And I will be having a full review of the race tomorrow after it concludes. So make sure you tune in for that. Unfortunately, that's all the time I have for you guys today, but I will see you all later. This is Racing Chemical. Goodbye.